Okay, today concepts jQuery events. jQuery events like JavaScript events like on click event, on double click event, on mouse over. Okay, like that. In jQuery, how to apply these events? You have to know. Okay, using jQuery already predefined methods like click event and double click event methods, mouse enter and mouse leave events. So already these are the predefined methods in jQuery. Okay, these events used for user interactions. An event represents the precise movement when something happens. Okay, when we click on the button, so some function we have to work. So for buttons or any control in HTML using jQuery, we have to apply some event method in jQuery function only. In JavaScript, we are applying for HTML element button or uh, text boxes like that. Type equal to in JavaScript we have to apply like this, value equal to button submit and on click event. Here some function, okay, in JavaScript function. In jQuery we have to apply this event in jQuery function like dollar symbol document ready function, and next suppose we have one button, right? For this button uh, take button ID here, id equal to median submit, median submit dot click event. This is the event in JavaScript to apply the click event for button. Applying event handler to button and here function and remaining functionality. Okay, you have to write here. Okay, remaining functionality you have to do here. You have to write here. In JavaScript for applying click event, you have to write like this. In jQuery, you have to apply click event. Okay, like this. In jQuery, you don't need to write on click event here. Okay, just write button. Okay, HTML button and apply click event in jQuery method. This is the predefined method. Like this, we can apply click event. Okay, first of all, click event. The click method attach an event handler function to an HTML element. So this is attach a function event handler. This is the click event handler. It's applied to this HTML element. The function is executed when the user clicks on the HTML element. When we click on button, this function will execute it. Okay, here three paragraphs is there and one button. When we click on this button, okay, applying click event here or button, or you can take button like this also. You beat and submit. For this button, applying click event. When we click on this button, hide this all paragraphs. Okay, here elements are hidden. So click event you can apply like this. And next double click event. Double click event also you can apply already predefined method dbl click event. Okay, dbl click method attach an event handler function to an HTML element. The function is executed when the user double clicks on the HTML element. Here three paragraphs and button also there. When we click on this button, okay, in single click event the solid box will executed. If you click on double click on button, this function is executed. When we click on this button, double click, this function is executed. When we single click on this button, this function is executed. Okay, only click event here, double click event is there. For single click event, we will get the alert box. Okay, this is some alert. When we click on double click, okay, when we click on double click on paragraph, this paragraph only hidden. Okay, and paragraphs, this is only for single click event. Written here only paragraph for double click, or we can give button. Okay, alert box. Okay, so at the same time we can't apply single click event and double click event because single click event already applying here. Okay, that's why here applied only paragraph. When we click on paragraph, double click on paragraph, this paragraphs is hidden. Only that paragraph is hidden. And next, mouse enter event. Mouse enter event is good when a pointer enters an HTML element. Okay, our mouse enter into an HTML element. This event will execute. Okay, mouse enter into an paragraph element. Mouse enter will execute it and display the alert box here. Mouse enter. Okay, here one paragraph is there. When my mouse enter into this paragraph, this function will execute it. Mouse enter and display the alert box. You entered P1. Here I entered into this paragraph, no alert box, and this enter. And for this paragraph also enter into the paragraph, no alert box. When I am entered into the first paragraph, display alert box. So this is for return only first paragraph. Okay, P1. Okay, using ID selector, here applied mouse enter event. Okay, so that's why this mouse enter event will apply for only this first paragraph. And next, mouse leave event. Mouse leave event will work on when the mouse pointer leaves the HTML element. Okay, mouse leave method attach an event handler function to the HTML element. The function is executed when the mouse pointer leaves the HTML element. Okay, from this paragraph this function is executed. Okay, mouse leave event. Okay, I have one paragraph is there. When I am entered into this paragraph, no alert box is displayed. When I am leave from this paragraph, this alert box will display. Okay, here applied using ID selector as P1 mouse leave event. When I am leaving this from this paragraph, this function is executed. A document ready function mouse leave event. Here I have entered into this paragraph. Okay, there is no alert box. I am leaving from this paragraph. So by leave paragraph 1. So like this you can apply mouse leave event. Just like this, all these events we can apply mouse leave, mouse down, okay, mouse up event and hover event. All these events like that. Okay, and mouse down also same. When our mouse press down, okay, when our mouse left button press down on HTML element, okay, this mouse down event will execute. Get the function executed when the left mouse button is pressed down while the mouse is over the HTML element. Here paragraph ID selector, using ID selector applied mouse down. when I'm clicking and click left mouse button on this paragraph, this alert box will displayed. Okay, here mouse enter and mouse leave not working. Here return only for mouse down event. When I'm clicking on this paragraph, okay, mouse down alert box will display here. So in real time you have to write okay some logic here. Okay, what is the requirement for you in real time? So you have to write logic here. So here's examples. Just written only alert box. In real time you have to write what is the requirement for our application. When mouse down on any paragraph, okay, you have to write logic here. And mouse up when the left mouse button is released. Okay, after clicking completed here, when I'm pressed here, mouse down event will is occurred. When I'm mouse down button, okay, leave leave here. Okay, and I'm releasing mouse button, left mouse button from any paragraph or any HTML element. Okay, this mouse up event is will work. Here using paragraph ID selector, mouse up event. In mouse up event return function display alert box. So here I'm clicked here. I'm releasing mouse button. Okay, here alert box will display here. And next mouse over. This function is executed when the mouse enter into an HTML element. Okay, mouse over event, mouse leave event is there in JavaScript. So like that only it is worked. Okay, mouse over event. When our mouse enter into any HTML element, this hover event will executed. Okay, this is a combination of mouse enter and mouse leave methods. Okay, in JavaScript. Okay, here for mouse over for syntax, one paragraph is there using ID selector, return hover method. Okay, when our mouse enter into any paragraph or any HTML element, this error box will display. When I'm leaving, when our mouse leave from that paragraph, this second function is executed. So here both are same function, they're not different functions. Here return comma. Okay, in hover method only these two functions. Okay, in hover method these two functions. They both are not different functions. This is for mouse enter and this is for mouse leave event in hover method. Okay, hover method started here. Okay, open bracket and here closed bracket. So both functions in hover method only. First method mouse enter, second method mouse leave. Okay, when our mouse enter into any paragraph, this alert box will display. When our mouse leave from that paragraph, this function is executed. Okay, both functions are executed. If you want to write for both functions, write like this. Otherwise you can write only only one function only, like this. Hover event. Here paragraph, ID selector and hover function, first function and two function. Enter for enter and for leave. Here I am entering paragraph, display alert box and display another alert box by your new paragraph 1. So both events are executed here. If you don't want to display leave event alert box, you can remove this. Okay, here only entered paragraph 1. Okay, you entered only paragraph 1. Here for this hover function, hover method, okay, function open and close here and remove. Two times are coming here. Okay, actually this hover will work for both methods like mouse enter and mouse leave event. So we have to apply for two methods, two functions. To apply two functions, leave event and hover event. And next focus event. Using focus event, we can focus our input elements like okay text boxes. Okay, focus method attach an event handler function to an HTML form field. Okay, form field like means input elements. For input elements, we can apply the focus method. Using this focus method, uh, highlight the HTML input element. Okay, this is the syntax for focus. This function executed when the form field gets focus. Okay, for highlighting HTML element, for focusing, use this focus method. Okay, for HTML element input function, this dot. Okay, this is for current HTML element dot CSS method in jQuery. Using this method, we can apply CSS styles to the HTML elements. Okay, this is the method to apply CSS styles. And focus event. And here focus and blur both are same same functionality. Blur event. So this function executed when the form field loses focus. Okay, here applying focus here. Okay, this is for blur the input element. So like that we can apply for both focus and blur event. Here two element is there, input elements. Input type equal text, name, full name, and for email. Here when I'm mouse cursor enter into this input element, this focus will executed. Okay, when I'm leave from this input element, this blur event will work. Okay, when I'm cursor placed in this text box, okay, applied blue background for focus. When I'm leave from first text box to second text box, here applied red color. Okay, this is for blur. For first, when I'm placed my cursor into first text box, okay, applied this focus. So first text box is focused. When I'm pressed from first text box to move from first text box to second text box, here first text box is uh, will upload blur event. Okay, red mark. First text box applied CSS method and border color blue for focusing. When I am leave from first text box or second text box, this function is executed. Okay, blur event and this dot CSS method for current element using this keyword border color red. Okay, first normal styles like this. When I'm pressing first text box, okay, place my cursor in first text box, applied blur focus and placed in second text box, applied first text box blur style, and I'm leaving from second text box also. Okay, applied blur styles. Okay, these are the events in jQuery to apply the uh, predefined functions. Okay, hover events and button events. Okay, and focus events, blur event. And next, jQuery effects. Here I have we have hide and show and toggle and fading and sliding effects is there. Okay, we can slide the HTML elements and we can fade the HTML elements using this jQuery effects. Here first of all you have to know about hide and show. Already hide method we are using. Okay, and show method used for and display the HTML elements, hidden elements to display. Hide method used to hide the displayed elements. Show method used for hide the displayed HTML elements. Okay, you can hide and show HTML elements with the hide and show methods. Here hide and show method. Here one paragraph is there and two buttons, hide show buttons. I'm clicking on hide button, paragraph is hidden, and when clicking on show button, paragraph will display here. So hide method used to hide the displayed elements, okay, visible elements to hidden mode, and show method used to hidden mode elements into display. Here, okay, paragraph is displaying applied style display block. When I'm clicking hide button, okay, display none style is applied. So already predefined methods, hide and show methods. So in hidden methods, internally applied the styles display none or display block. Okay, internally is applied using JQuery file. Hide elements are shown, showed elements are hidden. Okay, using both functions. And toggle function used to uh, both hide and show. Toggle method. Toggle method will work as hide and show. Both events is worked. Okay, shown elements are hidden and hidden elements are shown using toggle method. Okay, toggle event. Here one button is there, toggle button. When I'm clicking on this button, these two paragraphs is hide. Okay, and again when I'm pressing this button, these two paragraphs is displayed. So both events will work in single method. Okay, toggle event. Okay, shown elements are hidden. When I'm clicking again, hidden elements are shown. Okay, two paragraphs and applied styles. Internally applied styles. Display none and display black. Okay, for the in CSS already you know want to hide the HTML elements and display the HTML elements. This CSS style. Okay, display none and display black. So using that CSS style here applied. And next to fading effects. Using this fading effects, we can fade the HTML elements. For this fading elements, we can apply the time for HTML animation. How many seconds we have to, okay, it will work. We can assign the speed for fading effect. Okay, how many seconds if you want to apply this fading effect to any HTML element. You can give the time. Using this fading effects, we can you can fade elements in and out of visibility. Okay, we can fade and fade out. Work on fade in and fade out, and fade toggle and fade to. These are the four events in fading effects. Okay, fade in, fade out, fade toggle, and fade to. Fade in method used for fade in a hidden element. Okay, already hidden elements are displayed using fade in method. Okay, fade in method used to fade in a hidden element. Already hidden elements are displayed using fade in a method. The syntax for selector, HTML selector here, like ID selector or element selector and class selector, and applied here fade in method, and speed parameter here takes two parameters, speed parameter and callback parameter. Speed parameter used for duration of the effect, how many seconds you want to apply this fade in effect. Okay, we can give the seconds, milliseconds, like 1000 is the millisecond 1 second, and 2000 2 seconds. Like that we can give the milliseconds, how much time you want to work this fade effect. And callback function, after complete the fade in method, this callback function will execute it. Okay, the optional speed parameter specifies the duration of the effect. Okay, how many seconds you want to work. Okay, you can give the duration. It can take the following values. Okay, shows slow, fast, or milliseconds. You can give any one of these three. Okay, we can give slow uh, animation or fast or milliseconds. The optional callback parameter is a function to be executed after the fading completes. Okay, after this function is executed, this will work. And fade in method, here three divs is there. When I'm clicking on this button, this these three divs applied fade in methods. Okay, for first div, here applied only directly fade in method. There is no parameters. Okay, directly applied fade in method. And first second paragraph, second div applied slow parameter value. And third paragraph, third div applied fade in, and 3000 is 3 seconds time. Within 3 seconds this effect will complete. And next, callback function. Callback function is the function in JavaScript. Okay, after complete this fade in method in 3 seconds, this function, this completed function, okay, out of the jQuery event, ready event, okay, written here. So out of the jQuery ready method, there is a function. Okay, there is a function compl function name, and called here. Okay, after complete the fading effect, this function executed. Okay, completed error box will display here. So here, clicking on this button, okay, see the difference. Okay, completed. So this is normal displayed red box, and this is green box displayed in slow motion, and blue box displayed in 3 seconds. Okay, again see, clicking. Okay, after 3 seconds, this function is executed here. Okay, after 3 seconds, this fade in effect is executed in 3 seconds, and next is this function is executed. And you can give how much time you want. You can give 6 seconds. Okay, in 6 seconds it will completed. Okay, after 6 seconds this function is executed. So like this we can apply time for effects. And next, fade out method also same. We have speed and callback parameter and fade out method. Fade out method is displayed elements is in here is hide. Okay, fade out the HTML elements, displayed HTML elements, fade out. The optional speed parameter specifies the duration of the effect. Okay, and slow, fast, and milliseconds. Optional callback parameter is a function to be executed after the fading completes. Okay, already this divs are displaying here. When I'm clicking on this button, this already displayed div blocks is hide. Okay, in 3 seconds it's completed. Okay, fade out method, same 3 divs. Okay, here first fade in effect. Here applied CSS styles, right? Display none. So first time when I open this page, these 3 divs are in display none mode. So when I'm clicking on this button, these 3 divs are displayed. Okay, fade in. Here fade out method. Here there is no display style. Okay, none style is not there. So first time when I open this page, these 3 divs are displayed. So when I'm clicking on this button, fade out method is called here. Okay, fade out method and fade out method slow parameter. I can give here fast parameter, or you can give here and milliseconds also. And here third applied 6 seconds and success message, success function. Okay, fade out. Here I am applying clicking on this button. Okay, this is executed in 6 seconds. Okay, after 6 seconds alert box will display here. And next fade toggle. Fade toggle is worked for both fade in and fade out. Okay, like toggle method in hide and show methods. Like hide and show toggle is there. Like that fade in also like that toggle method is there. Okay, fade toggle. Using this fade toggle, hidden methods are using hidden elements are displayed. Displayed elements are hidden. Okay, fading elements fade out elements are fade in. JQuery fade toggle method toggles between the fade in and fade out methods. Okay, this is the syntax for fade toggle. And here also two parameters, speed and callback. So here displaying 3 divs. When I'm clicking on this button, 3 divs are fade out completed. when I again when I'm pressing this button, okay, 3 divs are displayed. So for this you have to use fade toggle event. So here reduce is there, same as previous fade in and fade out example. And here applied fade toggle. In previous example applied fade in and fade out. Here fade toggle. Fade toggle applied two events, fade to and fade out. Okay, fade in and fade out. And next fade to. Okay, fade to method allows fading to and given opacity. Okay, fade out the HTML elements like opacity, and fade in elements and opacity. Okay, certain opacity. Here we have three parameters. Okay, in previous methods we have two parameters. In fade to method, three parameters is there: speed, opacity, and callback. All these three parameters are optional parameters. You can give, if you want to work with these parameters, you can give. Otherwise, directly you can give fade to method. Or here also same, fade to method also. If you need these parameters, you can give. Otherwise, directly you can give fade toggle or fade in, fade out. All these are optional parameters. Okay, in fade to method, these are the required parameters: speed and opacity, and callback is the optional parameter. And fade in and fade out, both are optional parameters. In fade to, speed and opacity required parameters. Okay, when I'm clicking on this button, these three divs is there. Three divs given certain opacity. You can give the opacity value from 0 to 1. Okay, between 0 to 1 value you can give here. Okay, in opacity 0 or 1, or between 0 or 1 value. Okay, 0.1 or 0.2, okay, or 0.99, like that we can give the value. Here given fade to slow method and fade 0.15 opacity, and here fast and 0.4 opacity, and fade to method for the third div slow and 0.7 opacity and callback function. Okay, success message. Clicking this button, okay, it's completed. Okay, fading like completed. Opacity, in this opacity for first div 0.15 fading. Okay, here applied 0.4 fading, here applied 0.7 fading. So like this we can apply the fade effects. And do the assignments in fading effects and okay, hide methods, hide and show method and events. Okay.